First and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Play action now. Mariota. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown Falcons. Andy Janovich from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's his runners. Run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 11. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 59 yards. He's up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Lazard, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was available and gained decent yardage?
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. One conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Patterson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the
on the board.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of it,
then they watch their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done. A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about
their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important
22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Williams. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his breath.
It leads to a third down. They'll run with Patterson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision. Pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point.
Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position.
Third down. Now Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And that's good for a game.
Catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They'll try and run the option.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, read the cornerback, just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
12 more yards there and another Flambeau. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Williams is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Some good run.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
first and 10. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last points. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Play this call, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the option to give to Williams here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for...
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him.
They run it again with Williams.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and
here just outside of the 20.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Meanwhile,
oh no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
we have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away as they try and get downfield.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start the drive on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Mariota. Able to find Patterson. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Give him 10 yards on that one, and then
where they are in the field.
Here's Mariota. Finding Edwards. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Now
a lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Mariota. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. He got it.
It's good. We're going on to the next round. God, that was tight.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.